Hi friends, today we are going to see how we can install Citrix NetScaler ADC or CAG as a CAG in the VMware Workstation. So for that, first of all, you need a VMware Workstation machine installed on your system, and then you need an image of the Citrix NetScaler. You can download that image from the Citrix site directly. For that, you need to be an account, Citrix account you can say, with the Citrix site. So either if you have already account, you can directly go to the download section and download the Citrix ADC. I will show you how you can download. If you don't have any account, you need to create an account with Citrix and then you can download. So let's start and see how we can download the image first, and then we will see how we can download that image from the Citrix account. So just go to the Google, type Citrix ADC download. So it will redirect you the download page directly. You can see this download Citrix ADC from here. Click on that. Now you can see I am on the Citrix ADC page, and if you scroll down, you will see all these images here. Like the Citrix ADC release this. You click here, it will show you the detail of everything. Now suppose we need to install or download any image from here. You can select particular image. If you want to download the older version, you can select the older version here. But for that, you need to log into your account. So as of now, you can see, go here, click on my Citrix account. It will ask you the login detail. Just do that. Now you can see this is the complete URL. I will share this URL in my description. You can download it here. You can see citrix.com downloads Citrix ADC virtual appliances and then VPX release. So you need to go there, scroll down and select that EXI version. Let me show you. See this. This is VPS package. This is for hypervisor. This is for ASXi. This is for Hyper-V. So you need to download this file. Just remember, just click on download. It will start downloading. So after download, we will see how we can integrate, how we can fetch the image on the VMware Workstation. So let me download this and then we will see how we can use it in the VMware Workstation. Click on download. It will take 2 or 3 minutes. I accept. So it is downloaded. This is the zip format. NSVPX EXX 13.1. This is the version name and this is the release name. So you need to unzip that file. I have already did that. So you can see, just if you open that, there are 3 files by default in this, inside that image. So now let's go quickly jump to the VMware Workstation. So this is my workstation. So what you need to do, just simply go and click on open a virtual machine and then select the image file. This is my image file, and now you will see this is the only file you can see. Click on open. It will ask you to create a virtual machine name and the folder name. So let me put this name as NetScaler 01 and I will give the path for this machine under D drive. You can put anywhere, it's up to you. Let me create a name. Name can be anything. You can put any name. Okay. Now click on import. So once you click on import, it will fetch all this configuration file from that image to this particular location. So let me import that. So now the image is extracted. You can see this is the virtual machine with 2 GB of RAM, 2 processors, inbuilt hard drive is 20 GB, and you can see there is one network adapter only. So now you need to switch on the power virtual machine. But in this image, you can see it is only one network adapter. It means if you are going to use this image with this default configuration, in that case, you can only use this NetScaler as a single arm or one arm mode deployment. Hope you are aware about the different type of deployment. If not, I will show you how we can implement NetScaler. What are the different deployment method? So, but this image, it is having single network adapter, so it can be used as a single arm or one arm. So first of all, let me switch on this virtual machine. So go and click on power on virtual machine. It is going to take 2 or 3 minutes. As of now, you have not done anything apart from downloading the image, extracting that image, or importing that image into the VMware Workstation machine. So it's now started booting using image. Now you can see it is asking enter Citrix ADC IP v4 address. This is your management address. So let me give any address. I'm going to use 10 series 10.0.0.10. Enter. Subnet mask 255.255.255.0 and gateway. You can put gateway if you know your topology. For me, it's 10.0.0.3. Or you can change it later also. So as of now, I'm putting as 3. Enter. Now it is asking to save and quit. So you have given IP address, netmask as 255.255.255.0, gateway at .3. Now you need to save and exit. Click select or enter 4 and enter. It will restart the VM again. Now we got the login prompt. You can see that by default, the login detail, it is nsroot. Password is nsroot. So default username and password is nsroot. Enter. Now it is asking to change the password. Just change the password. Re-enter. Done. Now you can see we already successfully logged in. If you want to go to the shell prompt, go and shell prompt. You want to exist. So interfaces, you can see we have only 2 interface basically, but this is the loopback interface. So it is working as a single interface. Now, if you want to log into the GUI and check the dashboard or console, for that you need a Windows machine from where you can access this. So let me switch on my Windows machine. Before that, let me show you this interface on the workstation is binded to which VNet. So just go right click here, setting. You can see this is on bridge mode. Let me change it to my internal net. I'm using VNet 2 as my internal network. It's up to you what network VMnet you are using. As per topology, you can define here to access this NetScaler from your internal machine. So for in my case, it is VMnet 2. You click on OK. Now let me go quickly and switch on my PC. This is again, you can see on VMnet 2. So let me power on this. show you the IP of my this internal machine. Quickly go to the command prompt. IP config. This is 10.0.0.4. Let me ping my NetScaler IP, that is 10.0.0.10. I'm able to ping 10.0.0.10. Now open a browser. Let's try to access our NetScaler. HTTPS 10.0.0.10. Asking for giving error message. You can ignore that. Click on advanced. Proceed. Now you got this login prompt. Username is nsroot. Give your password. You can see this is the ADC management IP, green mark. Now it is asking to provide the subnet IP. Either you can give subnet IP right now or you can leave it. It's up to you. So let's go quickly click here and give the subnet IP. Just ignore that. It is. So this is your NetScaler. You can see ADC VPX is a virtual platform. Premium means I'm not using any license. It is a trial license or free license. You can see this. Go on license part. Here you can see this is using a standard license. Model ID, Express, everything what features are by default enabled here with this free license. Load balancing we can do, content switching we can do, clustering, rewrite, app flow. These all green marks. We can use this features in this version, means the free version. Now the main thing we need to see whether this NetScaler is having single interface or two interface. So for that, quickly go to system, then network and interfaces. You can see it is having single interface 0/1 and there is no other interface. So in this model or in this deployment, you can use this NetScaler as a single arm or one arm mode. You cannot use this as a two arm or multi-arm. Now if your requirement is how you need to deploy your NetScaler with multi-arm or two arm, for that you need one more interface. Let me show how you can add more interfaces or in this NetScaler and how you can going to use, because by default it is going to give you a single interface. For that, just quickly log out from here and then switch off this machine, and then I will show you how you can add this interface. Sign out and then quickly jump to the NetScaler. You can put that down here. Yes, shut down. So it will shut down your image. Sometimes it is stuck, and if you feel it is not shut down this image properly, so you can go simply here, right click, power, and shut down the guest. You can also do that. So you can do that. Shut down. Now my VM is shut down. So ideally in the workstation, whenever you need a interfaces or whenever you need to customize your image, we used to go edit virtual machine. Click here and you can see here you can increase the memory, decrease the memory. It's up to you. If you have free memory, just increase the memory. Now our requirement is to add one network adapter. For that, I selected network adapter, click on add network adapter, finish. That's it. So now we have two interfaces here. You can see VMNet2 and this is network adapter 2, which is by default in NAT mode. You can change this. Let me put it on VM9 or any VMNet you can choose. It's up to you. What is your topology? As said. So I have selected VMNet2. Sorry, 9, and the first interface is VMNet2. Okay. In ideal cases or in normal scenario, like in this case of Windows or in the case of firewalls, whenever you add any interface, it will integrate that interface with the image, and so that you can use this. But in the case of NetScaler, now we have followed the same step. Let's see whether we are able to use this network adapter or not. So just go and quickly click on power on. Now you can see we got an error message here. VMX Net3 interface cannot coexist with either E1000 interface or Intel SPCI pass-through interface. Please remove any E1000 or PCI and reboot. It means because you have added a new interface, and that interface, this image is not able to load because we have changed the default configuration. So you are not able to access the NetScaler now. Earlier with the default image, default configuration, we are able to access the NetScaler with single interface. We have logged in to the dashboard. We saw that, but as soon as we added new interface, it's not allowing us to do anything. So this is the default nature, or default, you can say this is a normal issue which we are going to face if you are going to change any default config. To fix this, you need to shut down this image, and let me show you how you can change this configuration so that you can use the multiple interface. So first of all, quickly go and shut down this, because here you cannot do anything. If you put enter, you cannot do anything. So just quickly go and shut down this image first. Let me show you how you can enable this configuration with multiple interface. Now see, we have two interface, so leave it as usual. Jump to your configure, the image part where you have imported this image. Let me show you. So in our case, we kept that complete configuration file under VMware NetScaler. You can see that NetScaler. This is the extracted or imported image. You need to look for a file which says VMware Virtual Machine Configuration. Just search, right click on that, open this with a notepad. This is the configuration file. You need to go to the bottom and try to look for that new interface which we have added. So we know that in a default configuration there was single interface, right? That is ETS 0. You can see that this is the default interface, ETS 0 configuration. And we have added one more interface, so it will be with Ethernet 1. Just scroll down, you can see that there is a new configuration added here. This is with Ethernet 1. In this virtual dev, you need to change this value from E1000 similar to VMX Net 3. Just copy this from here and go to the bottom and paste here. That's it. So what we have done, we went to that image folder, the configuration folder. We looked for the virtual machine image configuration. We opened with the notepad, and then we looked for the new interface, which is in our case is Ethernet 1, and we changed this virtual dev value to VMX Net 3. Close this, save. Now go back, jump. You can also want to, if it from here, go back to the virtual machine, switch on. can see it says link state up, change to up. NetScaler installation is still in progress. Please wait. Now you can see we got this login prompt. Earlier it was not allowing us to log in. Now we got this login prompt. So let's quickly provide this detail: nsroot, new password. Now we are in. This time if you go and do the show interface, you can see earlier it was showing only 1 and 2, now it's 3. So the second interface is now 1/1 and the third is loop back. Just make sure, or you need to remember that whenever you reboot this, it will ask you to change the password, and it will be by using first time it will be using by default password. So it is not going to save the password, but interface configuration will be there. So let's quickly jump to the Windows machine and now try to access this and see. Let me refresh that. Give nsroot my new password. Let's see if that makes any difference or not. So submit, I believe it, as we will configure this later, or you can go continue. So this is again same 10.00.10 standalone. This is timing, this is a platform, everything is same. Now if you go to system, network, interfaces, now here you can see that we have 3 interface. If you ignore this loopback, now we can use 2 interface. Earlier it was only 1, 0/1. Now 1/1 is also enabled. You can see up. So by this method, you can add any interface, you can remove any interface on the NetScaler. We need to make sure to change the configuration file using Notepad. So now we are ready to use this NetScaler in our lab or do further configuration. Thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day.